Statistics tell us that 70% of churches today are in need of revitalization. That is 70 out of 100 churches. Or if you apply that to our BMA of Mississippi Association, that means that 130.2 out of our 186 churches are in need of revitalization. Statistically, only 56 of our associational churches would be outside of the need of help. Understand, you and your church are not alone in this situation. If we were honest with ourselves, many more of our churches, pastors, and laymen would acknowledge the need and fight for the help. Please, don't allow pride to keep you from pursuing the principles and help that can transform your church. We want you to thrive, to realize that your church's best days are in the future and not just in the past. Let us help you discover what level of help you may need. The second level of our Revitalize ministry is level 2, the restoration level. Let us take a few minutes and unpack this level, who it's for, how it will help, and what you can expect from this level. Level 2 is for the churches that find themselves in the beginning stages of decline or are in full decline. A church in decline is a church that has gone more than 3 to 5 years in statistical decline. This means that your attendance growth, though you have added people to the church, has declined year over year. You're having many key leaders and families leave the church only to go to another church down the road that has more to offer. The attendance and participation numbers are not remaining static anymore, but they are constantly in decline. Most churches in decline decrease at a yearly rate of 2 to 4%. So the average church of 70 will see a year-over-year decrease of about 1 to 4 people a year. At that rate, it would take roughly 7 years for a church of 70 to really feel the impact of decline, meaning the church attendance would be down 7 to 28 people. That church of 70 would now be a church of 60 or 40. Spiritually, you find yourselves empty. You're doing the same things because that is what you have always done. But in your heart, you're not really excited to do it. The accomplishment of the program is more important than the impact of the program. Evangelism and discipleship are only internally focused. Baptisms are very rare. And if anyone does get baptized, it's a child of one of the families still attending the church. The excitement of the church is considered all but dead. And the church can be summed up as existing to keep the doors open. At the same time, level 2 is for the declining church that may not be financially sound, is only able to give their pastor a small stipend. But the church has a willing spirit to be challenged, encouraged, and restored by the principles of revitalization. Because of a limited budget, the local church is not able to fully pay their pastor, pay all their bills, or truly invest in the Great Commission. Restoring the church to vitality and growth seems as if it's a dying hope. Can I ask, does this describe you? As you look over the last 7 years of your church life, have you found yourself declining even though some new people have joined your church? Or do you find your numbers just continuing to decrease at a slow rate of attrition? Are you financially struggling? But do you have a willing pastor and church membership that would commit to seeing your church restored? If the answer to these questions are yes, then the restoration level is for you. Level 2 of the Revitalize ministry will help your church understand the reality that you find yourselves in. And then it will build a unique plan that will point you and your church to the opportunities to grow again. The Level 2 church and pastor will go through a number of initial assessments that will reveal the health of the church. From that assessment, we will place the pastor with different coaches that will help him with training, development, mission, and vision planning. The coaching is designed to develop the pastor in the areas of ministry that are key components of a growing and thriving church. The church itself, with the help of the pastor and church leadership, will be led through a revitalization training plan that will encourage and challenge the church towards effective ministry. You will be given teaching, training, and ideas that will point the church as a whole towards biblically based changes. Our goal is to see your church move from decline and possible death to passion and growth. Because there is a financial commitment between the church and the missions office, this level does have an expectation of accountability that will not compromise the autonomy of the local church. We at the missions office are committed to seeing you and your church thrive, and we will do everything in our power to accomplish this goal. After considering the church's finances, the missions office and the local church will detail a financial commitment that will help the pastor and the church accomplish the challenge of restoration. Once the financial commitment is determined, the pastor will be held accountable to the missions office revitalization committee for the accomplishment of the tasks, coaching, and expectations mutually agreed upon from the very beginning. The missions office is offering a 2-year financial commitment with an assessment at the end of each year. Our prayer is that at the end of 2 years, the local church will have, by God's grace, stopped the decline and begin growing and thriving again. Now, we anticipate that 2 years will not be what is needed for full transformation, but we believe that it will set the local church up for continued success to reach its fullest potential, seeing its best days just around the corner. Will you and your church do a quick assessment of your ministry? Are you a Level 2 church? Do you find yourself in this position? And will you partner with us to see your church vibrant and thriving again?